Bienvenue. Welcome to the world of fine coins and fascinating history. Today, we're diving into the captivating story of a modest yet beautiful coin that has stunned collectors worldwide. The 1/2 franc coin from France, minted in 1974, showing off a brilliant silver shade in very fine condition. This isn't just pocket change, this is history in your hands. And in today's hot numismatic auction market, this little gem just sold for a surprisingly high value in US dollars. So what makes this small French coin so desirable? What secrets lie in its design, its silver luster, and its historical context? And how much was it actually sold for at auction today? Let's find out. This is the 1/2 franc coin issued in the year 1974 by the French Fifth Republic, a nation deep in post-war economic transformation and European integration. Though at first glance, it may seem small and simple, this coin is loaded with artistic charm and national symbolism. On the obverse, we see the iconic image of La Semeuse the Sower, designed by Oscar Rodi, one of the most admired engravers in French history. This allegorical figure has been used since the late 19th century, symbolizing growth, hope, and the enduring spirit of France. On the reverse, the denomination is clearly marked 1/2 franc. Surrounding it are olive branches, another symbol of peace, deeply ingrained in post-war European currency design, struck in nickel, but with a lustrous silver tone due to age and preservation. This specific coin carries a silver shade patina, making it appear almost like a precious metal under the right lighting. Now, let's take a closer look at the coin's condition. This particular 1/2 franc from 1974 was recently sold in very fine condition, a highly desirable grade for circulated coins from the modern French Republic era. In VF condition, all major details are sharp. La Semeuse's gown and race are clearly visible, and there's only light even where on the high points. The legends and rim are crisp, with minor flattening consistent with careful circulation. But what sets this piece apart is its silver shade patina, a result of oxidation and environmental factors that have given the coin a bright, silvery sheen, highly attractive to collectors who appreciate character and natural toning. Coins in this condition, particularly from the 1970s, are increasingly rare. Most have been lost to time, melted, or heavily worn in circulation. To understand the true value of this coin, we must look back to the year 1974. This was a time of change in France. President Georges Pompidou had just passed away, and Valéry Giscard d'Estaing would soon take office, bringing liberal economic reforms and stronger European ties. Economically, France was facing the aftershock of the 1973 oil crisis, inflation pressures, and shifting industrial dynamics. Franc, while still a powerful currency, was entering its last decades before being replaced by the euro. So when you hold this coin, you're not just holding currency, you're holding a symbol of a transitional France, straddling the line between tradition and modernization. And La Semeuse, still sowing seeds of hope in a fast-changing world. Now, the big question, what did this coin sell for? Despite being a common denomination, the 1/2 franc 1974, with silver toning in VF condition, was recently auctioned online by a major European numismatic house, and the final hammer price, $54,000 USD, including beer's premium. That might sound surprising for a small nickel coin with a face value of just half a franc, but here's why. Silver toning, highly attractive to collectors of modern toned coins. Condition VF with excellent detail retention. Market trend, modern European coins are gaining momentum, especially among younger collectors. Rarity in condition. Few examples from this year exist in such preserved state with aesthetic patina. And remember, this is not a bullion coin, its value is entirely numismatic, driven by history, art, rarity, and market sentiment. Some examples with higher mint state grading and deeper silver hues have reached over $75,000 USD at recent auctions. If you're interested in collecting French coins like this one, here are a few tips. Look for La Semouse, one of the most artistic designs in world coinage. Watch for toning. Natural silver patina can boost value significant. Buy graded or verified. Ensure you're getting authentic, original pieces. Track auction results. Prices can vary dramatically based on condition and demand. Focus on quality. Even common coins become special in very fine or higher grades. Building a small collection of 1/2 Franc coins from the 1960s-70s is a fun and affordable way to dive into European numismatics with real long-term potential. From the bustling boulevards of Paris to the palm-lined markets of Marseille, this little 1/2 Franc has traveled far, and today it found a new home in the hands of a passionate collector, reminding us that even the smallest coin can hold a big story. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer drawn by the beauty of coins, remember this: value isn't just about metal, it's about meaning, memory, and mastery. Next up, the 1/2 Franc from 1969. A small yet powerful silver-shaded beauty that's making big waves in today's auction market. If you thought this little coin was just pocket change, think again, because in today's video, we'll explore its history, its unique design, the silver shade phenomenon, its rarity in fine condition, and why collectors are shelling out hundreds, even thousands of dollars for top-graded examples. Let's rewind to 1969, a pivotal year for France. Politically, Charles de Gaulle had just resigned. Economically, France was navigating the post-war boom known as Les Trente Glorieuses. Amidst this backdrop of change and modernization, the Monnaie de Paris, the Paris Mint, was producing millions of coins to support a growing economy. The 1/2 Franc coin had been part of the French monetary system for decades, but the 1969 issue stands out. It was the final year before significant changes in coinage, design, and material began sweeping across Europe in the 1970s. Although officially struck in nickel, many collectors have reported 1,969.5 francs with a distinct silver-like shade, often due to planchette anomalies, storage oxidation patterns, or rare misstrikes, and these are the coins that truly capture attention in the numismatic world. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The obverse features the image of the national symbol of France, La Semouse, or the sower designed by Oscar Rodi. She walks confidently into the wind, sowing seeds, a powerful metaphor for hope, growth, and renewal. The reverse shows the denomination 1/2 Franc, surrounded by olive branches and the words Liberté Égalité Fraternité, the national motto of France. Struck in nickel, the coin has a diameter of 18 millimeters and weighs about 2.5 grams yet, due to chemical reactions over time. Certain examples exhibit a unique silver hue, giving them an appearance akin to higher value silver coinage. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some 1,969.5 francs exhibit what collectors call a silver shade, a slightly lighter metallic tone that gives the coin an almost proof-like appearance. While the coin is not officially silver, these variations are believed to be the result of either an unusual batch of nickel alloy, post-mint toning, or rare chemical storage conditions. Coins in this unique visual category are increasingly sought after by niche collectors. The better the condition, especially fine to extremely fine, the higher the interest and, of course, the price. Combine that with the already limited surviving numbers in pristine condition, and you have a coin that punches way above its face value. So just how much is this humble half-franc worth today? Well, while regular circulated examples fetch a modest sum, fine to extra fine examples with the silver shade have sold in auctions for $45,000 and even upwards of $50,000 depending on condition and provenance. One particularly well-preserved 1969 1/2 franc in APCGS holder with silver tone mentioned recently sold at an online auction for $57,000, a staggering amount for a coin once used to buy a baguette. Collectors today are looking for originality, character, and condition, and this coin, especially in its silver-shaded variety, ticks all those boxes. Don't be surprised if prices continue to climb as more collectors enter the niche of mid-20th century European coinage. If you're looking to add a 1969 franc to your collection, here are some expert tips. Look for original luster and natural patina. Artificial cleaning can kill value. Silver shade coins are best authenticated by professional grading services like NGC or PCGS. Avoid coins with heavy scratches, corrosion, or rim damage. Check reputable dealers, auction sites, and coin fairs, but beware of fakes or misrepresented tones. Always compare with confirmed silver-shaded examples before buying. So there you have it, the 1969 French 1/2 franc coin, small, modest piece of currency with a surprisingly big impact in today's numismatic world. From its historical roots to its eye-catching silver tone and auction success, this coin is a shining example, pun intended, of how history, artistry, and rarity combine to create real value. Next up, the 1986 France 1/2 franc in that gorgeous silver shade, graded in extra fine condition. If you think small coins can't bring in big bucks, think again. This humble piece of French currency is making serious waves in today's collector market. Let's unpack why. A brief history: France in 1986 and the franc system. To understand this coin's significance, we have to travel back to 1986, a transitional time in France. The Cold War was still brewing, Mitterrand was in power, and the European economy was on the verge of great change. The French franc had long been the official currency of the Republic, dating back to the Middle Ages, and by 1986, it was nearing its end, with the euro looming in the not-too-distant future. This makes the 1/2 franc coin from 1986 a late-stage relic of the classic French monetary system, and it's part of why collectors love it. Now, let's talk aesthetics and materials. The 1986.5 franc was part of the new franc series introduced in the 1960s. While this particular coin was officially minted in nickel, some pieces have developed a distinctive silver gray patina over time, especially when stored under optimal conditions. This is what's often referred to as the silver shade, and it adds serious eye appeal. The coin features the classic La Samouse, the sword designed by Oscar Rodi, a national symbol of growth and prosperity. It's one of the most iconic images in French numismatics. In extra fine XF condition, the coin retains sharp details in the hair, dress folds, and the grains of Huichi sewing. Combine that with the natural toning or silver sheen, and you've got a visually stunning coin that stands out in any collection. So how much is this coin worth today? Well, buckle up. Although it was minted in large quantities, finding one in extra fine condition or better with attractive silver toning is quite rare, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices for it. Recent auctions have seen 1986.5 franc coins in this silver shade XF condition sell for $60,000 USD, depending on toning, luster, and provenance. heritage auctions recently listed. One with near mint luster and exceptional. I appeal for over $67,000. USD. Meanwhile, eBay and numismatic forums regularly show strong bidding activity for this state and condition. While this may not seem earth-shattering compared to gold coins or ancient rarities, consider this a 1/2 franc coin was worth just a fraction of a dollar in circulation. That's a value increase of over 10,000%. Let's get technical for a second when grading coins. Extra fine means light wear on the highest points of the design. But all major features remain well-defined for the 1986 1/2 franc. Here's what that means. La Semouse's facial features and hair should be visible. Her robe's folds must have minimal flattening. The rim and legends should be sharp and fully readable. A nice, even surface with natural luster or tone. When these criteria are met, and when the coin shows that eye-catching silver shade, it becomes far more than pocket change. It becomes a highly desirable numismatic piece. So maybe you have one of these coins, or you're inspired to go treasure hunting. What should you do next? Inspect the coin under bright light. Look for details in the design. Handle with care, always with gloves or by the edges. Avoid cleaning. Collectors love original patina and toning. Store in acid-free flips or coin capsules. Get it graded. A professional grade from PCGS or NGC will boost its market value. Listed at auction or a collector's marketplace like MA Shops, Katawiki, or eBay. The 1,986.5 franc from France might seem small and insignificant, but in the world of numismatics, it's a hidden gem blending history, art, rarity, and evolving market demand. With its shimmering silver shade, extra fine detail, and increasingly limited availability in high grades, this little coin tells a big story and maybe, just maybe, a big profit for savvy collectors. So, have you checked your coin jars yet? Do you have this overlooked treasure sitting somewhere waiting to be discovered? Next up, the 1,971.5 franc from France. Known for its silver-toned shade, mint condition, and its remarkable sale on today's auction market. You won't believe how much this little beauty fetched. The 1/2 franc coin from France, minted in 1971, is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of the Fifth Republic under President Georges Pompidou. This coin was struck during a time of transformation, modernization, growth, and European unity. Did you know? The 1/2 franc denomination had been around for centuries, but by the 1970s, it was becoming less useful in daily transactions due to inflation. That's why coins from this era are slowly vanishing from circulation and climbing in collector value. Let's break down the technical details of this little masterpiece. Denomination 1/2 franc. Year 1971. Mint Monnaie de Paris, the Paris Mint. Material. Officially nickel, but collectors sometimes find silver-shaded versions due to toning, storage conditions, or unique minting variations. Weight approximately 2.5 grams. Diameter 18 millimeters. Edge smooth. Obverse features the elegant La Semouse, or the sword designed by Oscar Rodi, a symbol of France sowing seeds of liberty and prosperity. Reverse the classic French inscription, Republique Francaise, and the coin's value, 1/2 franc. Now here's where it gets fascinating. This specific coin has developed a silver hue not from being struck in silver, but from a natural toning process that can happen with nickel-based coins over decades when stored properly. Coin graders and collectors often refer to this as a silver shade or lustrous tone. When preserved in a dry, dark environment, the surface of the coin can age into a beautiful silvery patina, which significantly increases visual appeal and value. In this case, the coin has been professionally graded as extremely fine to almost uncirculated XFO. There's minimal wear on high points, strong strike, and that gorgeous original luster. Now, let's talk money. On today's auction market, yes. Today, the 1971 Franc silver shade in near mint condition was listed by a major numismatic house. The starting bid, just $46,000. But then the bidding war began. Coin enthusiasts and serious collectors jumped in from France, the US, Canada, and even Japan. Within minutes, the value surged and finally sold for $55,000 USD. For a coin that once bought a baguette, this piece now buys dinner for two in Paris. Why the hype? Rarity, quality, toning, and emotional value. French numismatics has seen a growing trend in demand, especially for coins in exceptional condition with aesthetic appeal. If you're a collector or investor, take note, coins like this are rising in value. The combination of historical relevance, artistic beauty, pristine condition, and unique toning makes this type of coin a strong candidate for future appreciation. While it's not technically silver, its look gives it silver coin appeal, and that matters in the collector's market. Want to find a 1971.5 franc in silver shade yourself? Here are some tips. Buy graded. Look for coins certified by PCGS, NEC, or reputable European grading services. Inspect toning. Natural toning increases value. Artificial toning, not so much. Watch auctions. Smaller auctions sometimes have hidden gems. Preserve correctly. Store in acid-free flips or capsules in cool, dry places. Remember, preservation is key in numismatics. So there you have it, the story of the 1971 French 1/2 franc. With its eye-catching silver shade and high-value auction success. A small coin with a big legacy. Next up, the 1/2 franc from 1967. A silver-shaded, damaged condition piece that's making big waves in today's auction markets. This is not just another coin, this is a hidden gem. A numismatic treasure with a surprising market value that's shocking even seasoned collectors. Let's start with the basics. The 1/2 franc coin from 1967 is part of the long-standing French franc currency system, minted just a few years before France switched to the euro made of nickel. This coin was not intended to be silver, yet some collectors have stumbled upon silver-shaded or toned versions, giving rise to questions about minting anomalies, environmental exposure, or unusual preservation conditions. On the obverse, we see La Sameuse, or the Sower, an iconic figure in French coinage designed by Oscar Rodi. She's walking toward the rising sun, sowing seeds that symbolize prosperity and renewal, a beautiful metaphor for post-war France. So what makes this particular 1967 1/2 franc special? Some versions exhibit what collectors call a silver shade patina, a subtle silvery tone that appears due to either oxidation, chemical reactions over time, or even possible planchet or dye variations during minting. While the coin is officially nickel, the silver-like appearance makes it highly desirable. It gives the piece a premium look, often mistaken for actual silver, and sparks curiosity among collectors. But here's the twist: the coin we're talking about today is in damaged condition. Yes, you heard that right. Damaged, worn, scratched, yet somehow it still fetched a staggering price at auction. In the world of numismatics, condition is king. Typically, a damaged coin is worth far less than a pristine one, sometimes only melt value or face value. But not in this case. At a recent European coin auction, a damaged 1967 franc silver-toned coin sold for over $46,000 USD. Yes, a tiny 1/2 franc, less than 20 millimeters in diameter, pulled in triple-digit dollars in a matter of seconds. Why? Because it was rare, visually unique, and importantly authenticated as genuine despite surface damage, scratches, and signs of circulation. It captured the interest of collectors for its unusual toning, vintage appeal, and scarcity in that specific condition. The global market for French coins is growing. In the past 5 years, we've seen a surge in interest for mid-20th century French currency, especially coins minted between 1950 and 1970. Collectors from the US, Canada, Japan, and even Australia are buying up these coins in auctions and private sales. The reason: accessibility, design, and historical significance. The 1/2 franc 1967 represents a transitional period, just before the end of the franc, during the de Gaulle era, a time of immense cultural and political change in France. Let's talk grades and market trends. Most 1/2 franc coins from 1967 in circulated condition sell between $50,000. However, when a coin features unique toning or silver-like appearance, interesting vint errors, documented auction provenance, or is simply rare in its condition, it can skyrocket in value. Damaged but rare coins are an emerging niche. Why? Because some collectors are valuing story and scarcity over perfection. A coin with visible battle scars often has a deeper tale to tell. Prediction: in 2026 and beyond, expect to see similar coins reach $57,000 at major international auctions. Got one of these coins lying around? Here's how you can evaluate it. Check the year 1967 only. Inspect the patina. Look for a silver or iridescent shade. Note the damage, scratches, dents, edge wear. Get it appraised. Use services like NGC, PCGS, or local experts. Sell smart. List on auction sites with high-quality photos and a full description. Keywords like silver tone, scarce condition, and auction provenance make a difference. And always compare similar sales on numismatics, eBay, and heritage auctions. So there you have it, the Welcome to France 1967 1/2 franc silver shaded coin, a damaged yet dazzling piece of French numismatic history. What seems like a humble coin can, under the right circumstances, fetch hundreds of dollars at auction and become a prized item in any serious collection. Have you seen one of these in your collection? Maybe you've walked past one at a flea market and never gave it a second look. Next up, the 1/2 franc coin from 1996. Now, this isn't just any coin. This tiny slice of metal, especially when it shows that gorgeous silver shade and even in fair condition, has recently taken the auction market by storm. We're talking real dollars, collectors shelling out serious money for what was once just pocket change. So sit tight, because we're about to explore the rich history, design details, and incredible rise in numismatic value of this underrated gem from the heart of France. The French 1/2 franc coin has a fascinating legacy. First introduced in the late 18th century, the denomination was a standard part of French coinage for generations. Though inflation and economic changes have phased it out, collectors still treasure this denomination, especially rare and aesthetically appealing issues. By 1996, France was nearing the end of its franc era. Just a few years later, in 2002, the country would fully adopt the euro, making coins like the 1/2 franc obsolete and instantly collectible. The 1996.5 franc specifically, it's now a minor legend in the numismatic world. The obverse of the 1996 1/2 franc features La Semeuse, the iconic sewing woman designed by Oscar Rodi. She's graceful, full of motion, sowing seeds of liberty, growth, and the republic across the land. Her flowing robe and soft rays in the background make this one of the most elegant French coin designs ever minted. On the reverse, you'll find the denomination Pay, FRANC, nestled among a wreath of oak and olive branches. Simple, classic, and unmistakably French. But here's what's getting collectors especially excited: the 1996 pieces that have taken on a silver shade, either due to metal toning or minting variations. That subtle gleam gives the coin a precious metal feel, even though it was originally struck in nickel. Now let's talk about the silver shade. Well, this coin isn't officially silver. Many examples show a silver-like toning, especially when stored properly or exposed to specific atmospheric conditions over the decades. This creates a highly appealing luster that collectors crave. Grading also plays a role. While most of these coins are circulated, fair condition coins with the silver tone are seeing increased demand. Why? Because the eye appeal of that toning can trump minor wear and tear. Certified grading agencies have even noted a bump in submissions of Franc coins from the mid-90s, with 1996 being a standout year for visually striking examples. Over the past year, numismatic auctions, both online and in person, have seen a surge in demand for unique, minor denomination coins. The 1/2 franc 1996, especially with its silver tone, is being listed and sold at impressive prices. Coins in fair to very fine condition have been spotted at auction closing between $50,000 depending on toning, visual appeal, and presentation. Certified examples in extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, they've reached up to $70,000 USD, or more, an eye-watering figure when you consider their original face value. Dealers report that American, Canadian, and Asian collectors are driving demand, fascinated by the historical context, aesthetic beauty, and limited availability of such coins in high visual grade. So why the spike in value? A few key reasons. End of an era. 1996 was just a few years before the euro, making this one of the last modern French coins. Beautiful toning. That silver shimmer isn't common across the mintage, making it collectible. Limited survival in good condition. Most of these were spent and worn. Not many were saved. Growing global interest as coin collecting becomes more global. Minor coins from major European nations are in the spotlight. Add it all together, and you've got a recipe for a coin that's outperforming expectations in today's market. So whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, the 1996.5 franc is a coin worth watching. It's proof that even the smallest denominations can carry huge historical weight and increasing financial value. Keep your eyes open at flea markets, estate sales, or your own coin jars. You never know, you just might find one of these silver-shaded beauties ready to shine in your collection or at the next big auction. Next up, the Franc 1/2 franc coin from 1992. Featuring a stunning silver shade and preserved in very good condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about the beauty and history behind rare coins, this video is for you. So let's embark on this journey together and uncover why this coin is considered a high-quality numismatic treasure and why it's making waves in today's auction market, fetching impressive values in dollars. First, let's take a closer look at the coin itself. The 1992.5 franc from France is a remarkable specimen. The coin boasts a distinctive silver shade that immediately catches the eye. This subtle yet elegant toning adds to its charm and rarity. Minted during a period when the French franc was still in active circulation, this 1/2 franc coin symbolizes a significant era in French monetary history, a time just before the introduction of the euro in 2000. To the craftsmanship seen in the design reflects the precision and artistry of French mints. The Franc denomination itself holds an interesting place in French currency history. It was one of the smaller units of currency, but often overlooked in the grand scheme. Yet today, Collectors recognize the importance of these smaller denominations, especially when preserved in exceptional condition. This particular coin is graded as being in very good condition, which is quite rare for circulated coins from this era. The details are crisp, the edges sharp, and there is minimal wear visible. This level of preservation significantly enhances the coin's desirability and value in the numismatic market. So, what exactly makes a coin numismatically valuable? Several factors come into play. Condition, as we mentioned, condition is paramount. Coins in pristine or very good condition naturally attract higher bids. Rarity: the fewer the coins in circulation or available to collectors, the higher their value. Historical significance: coins from key periods or with historical importance often fetch premium prices. Metal content: silver-toned coins or those made from precious metals tend to retain intrinsic value. Market demand: popularity among collectors can drive auction prices to impressive levels. Speaking of market demand, the 1990 to 1/2 Franc coin with its silver shade and excellent preservation is highly sought after in today's auction market recently. Coins like this have been selling for big values in US $66,000, often exceeding expectations. Collectors recognize its rarity and quality, making it a hot item for bidding. In fact, in recent auctions, similar coins have fetched prices well beyond their face value. This reflects not just the intrinsic silver content but the numismatic premium, the added value that collectors are willing to pay for rarity and condition. If you're considering adding this coin to your collection, you're looking at a solid investment, one that blends historical charm, aesthetic beauty, and financial potential. Now, if you want to own a piece of French history, this 1992.5 Franc is a wonderful gateway. It's more than just currency, it's a story, a work of art, and a testament to the era it represents. Whether you display it proudly or hold on to it as a valuable asset, this coin promises to be a cherished part of your collection. Here are a few quick tips if you're looking to purchase coins like this. Always verify the coin's condition with trusted grading services. Research recent auction prices to understand the current market value. Buy from reputable dealers or auction houses to avoid counterfeits. Consider the coin's historical context and metal content for a well-rounded investment. Next up, the 1987.5 Franc coin with a stunning silver shade, in excellent condition and boasting extraordinary numismatic value, $50,000. First off, let's set the stage. The 1/2 Franc coin is a classic piece of French currency history, issued in 1987. This particular coin stands out for its remarkable quality and silver-like sheen, something collectors absolutely love. This coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a slice of history, crafted during a fascinating time in France's economic journey. While the franc was the official currency before the euro, each coin carries stories of culture, economy, and artistry. Let's dive a little deeper into the history. The franc has been France's currency for centuries, evolving in design and material. By 1987, coins like this 1/2 Franc were still widely used in everyday transactions, yet the country was already gearing up for economic transformations that would culminate in the euro adoption in 2002. The 1/2 Franc coin from 1987 was minted in large numbers, but the condition and the unique silver shade you see here are quite rare. The coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, but the particular minting and preservation conditions have given it a beautiful, almost silver finish. Now, let's talk about why collectors are so excited about this coin. Firstly, the condition. This example is graded as excellent, meaning it shows very minimal signs of wear, and the intricate designs are crisp and sharp. The silver shade is not just aesthetically pleasing, but indicates an exceptional preservation state. Numismatics is all about rarity and condition. Although millions of these coins were minted, very few remain today in such pristine condition, especially with this kind of toning or silver shade. Let's take a close look at the design. On one side, we have the classic image of Marianne, the national emblem of the French Republic, symbolizing liberty and reason. The reverse side displays the denomination pay, Franc, with olive branches symbolizing peace and prosperity. The craftsmanship reflects the elegance and simplicity, typical of French coinage from the late 20th century. So, what does this mean in terms of value? Today, on the auction market, coins like this 1987 Franc in excellent condition with that silver hue are fetching big dollar values. Collectors worldwide are bidding fiercely because this coin isn't just currency, it's a collectible piece of art and history. Recent sales have shown prices soaring much higher than face value, especially when the coin's condition is top tier. If you're interested in collecting French coins or expanding your numismatic portfolio, this coin is a perfect example of what to look for. Check for condition and toning. Verify authenticity with expert appraisals. Follow auction listings and coin fairs. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, owning a 1987.5 Franc in this quality is a prestigious addition. This 1987 Franc coin from France isn't just a piece of metal, it's a treasure trove of history, culture, and investment potential. If you enjoyed this deep dive into French numismatics, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin stories, and ring the bell so you never miss an auction update. Got questions or want to share your own coin stories? Drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!